Perfetto, allora, inizio il recording to the cloud, cool. Good, let me share my screen. So we got another 3 lessons, basically. We're gonna have this morning and tomorrow morning, where we're gonna finish the slides, and then tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna practicing some exercises, and then we're going to discuss the assignment. So get ready with your questions. Now, what we're going to discuss today, the evaluation and improvement of the digital channels. Let's have a look what I mean by that. So remember, when we started, we said that we're going to use the SOS stack, this framework, to our digital marketing strategy. So remember, the first things we're supposed to know was situation analysis, followed by the objective, the strategy, the tactics, the actions, and the control. So we covered the most of them. Now we're just going to look at the last 2 things. So remember, situation analysis, answer the question, where are we now? So as a company, as a digital marketing department, where are we now on the marketplace? So you want to assess the online marketplace, your competitor, you can do the PESTEL analysis, the SWOT analysis. You can evaluate the digital marketing performance, right? Something that if you have historical data, you can evaluate those from a web analytics tool such as Google Analytics. Then the other thing is the second step of our strategy is objective. Where do we want to be, right? So this includes a vision for digital channels and numerical objective, right? It's not just we want to sell more. We want to sell more things. Where we want to be is nothing else. Say, hey, where do we want to achieve? How many more sales we're going to achieve? We're going to see this stuff in a second. The strategy, how do we going to get there? Remember the strategy: segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Segmentation, targeting, and positioning. This is marketing strategy. Which segment of the market we're going to target? So our product, it won't fit all the people in the country. It has to fit a certain audience, and understanding who you're going to fit is going to help. And then there is a mistake is positioning. How do we want to be perceived as a company? How do you want to be perceived as a company? And then the online value proposition, why and how we can use digital channel to improve the experience that add more value to the customers. The tactics, remember the marketing mix, the people, the process, the place, the physical evidence, the pricing, the promotion, and so forth, so on. And then we got the digital communication mix. Which channel we're going to use? Which channel we're going to use to reach our audience? And the action is nothing else, a detail of the tactics. So who is going to be responsible for deliver the plan that we put together? Do we got internal resources? Do we need to hire an agency? How are we going to physically, who is going to do that? And then the last step, which we're going to check tomorrow, actually, the last two steps at the ANC, we're going to check tomorrow. It's we want to monitor the performance. We want to monitor the KPIs. If we say that we can increase our sales by 10% next year, you need to monitor on weekly or monthly basis that you're on the right projection, If we use some sort of customer satisfaction survey, are our customers satisfied? How frequent are we going to report? And who is going to report and what action we're going to take if things go good or bad? Now, what we're going to discuss now, it's nothing else the exercise that we did last week on Friday afternoon. We're going to cover the process to prepare a communication strategy. So we know what are the objective, we know who's going to do it. Now we're going to create a physical, a tangible communication objective that we're going to use to say our customers, hey, that's who we are and buy from us because you're going to get this and this and this benefit, right? So the step one, when you're going to create a digital communication campaign or a marketing campaign overall, without necessarily being a digital campaign, specify the communication objective. Through this campaign, what do you want to achieve? Okay, it's super important, and this is all of you did a good exercise last Friday with the kind of a brief we had. So we got the direct response campaign. So I'm telling you this because I want you, direct response is nothing else. I broadcast a message. I would like you to buy as soon as it's possible. So I'm not going to tell how good is the brand, which is more kind of brand communication objective. I'm going to tell this is our product, and this product, it will fit your needs. So if you buy from us, you can solve your problems or your needs. Or in case it's not a direct response campaign, our campaign is going to generate awareness and branding, right? We're just going to have a campaign out there just to say, hey, this is our company, this is our value, this is how we're doing things, hence why you should engage with us. So again, the first step on any communication campaign, you want to set up your goals. And this is just some objective I put in there. So if your website is a news website, right? For instance, you can say, I want 100,000 unique visitors within 1 year, or 200,000 visitors within 1 year. So if I'm a news website, Corriere Repubblica, whatever, for me, this is an important goal because more people are going to get on my website, the better I can sell my advertising space to the advertiser, or deliver 20,000 online sales at cost per acquisition of £50 this quarter. This is more direct response campaign objective, excuse me. If you have an e-commerce website, right? You can have some sort of objective such as conversational or interaction goals. Achieve 10% conversation with a new user. Conversation is people registering or downloading your downloading Spotify or iTunes. It could be people downloading a specific PDF that you put on your website, or encourage engagement with content potentially. So you can have a blog, and the objective will be increase the number of people posting comments on my blog. So I launch a blog post, I want people to comment because I'm a news website, I'm a goal, it's important for me to show interaction. Then we're gonna have the branding goals, right? So the branding goals, as I said before, we just want to tell people who we are and what we are. So we just want to reach 500,000 users in our target audience with this campaign, or we're just going to generate awareness for a particular product or our brand potential, a particular company. So if you think back what we did, this was the kind of goal that were asked on the digital brief we did, on the social media brief we did last week. Now, who is going to be your audience? Who is going to be your audience, right? Otherwise, you're just going to show the right message to the wrong people. So normally, you know pretty much who is going to be your audience because you might have run a survey or you did an analysis of your database. So you pretty much know the age, the gender, the socioeconomic groups. Online buying behavior preference. There are plenty of primary data collected by companies such as Forrester or even the European Union collect a lot of data about buying behavior that you can use for free. You can download for free and use for free. That customer media consumption, right? Are they searching more online? Do they use offline? And what kind of target market? What about the demographic? The younger generation, what kind of channel they use? They're more inclined to online channel or to offline channel. So it's important for you to understand the media consumption, because off the back of that, it's going to be easier for you to reach your customers. Yeah. And then you got the consumer search behavior. So what kind of messaging they're searching for. So remember, understanding your audience is super important. Otherwise, as I said, you can broadcast the right message to the wrong audience. Let me go to the next slide. Now, let's go a little bit more into the details. You need to create the message, the music, the visual. You need to create all this. You need to develop the actual message now. Let's forget about which channel you're going to use. We know about what goal do we want. We want which channel we're going to use for. We know our demographic. We put our objective. Now it's time to develop the message, the pure message. There could be just 3 lines if you do pay-per-click, or it could be a small video if you decide to use YouTube, for instance. You all familiar with attention, the AIDA model, right? The attention, interest, desire, and action. Give me thumbs up if you're familiar with the model, right? You covered previously, I presume. Yep, thumbs up. No, not familiar with the model? Okay. So when you have a physical banner, ad, message, you got the AIDA mnemonic. So the first things that you want to do, that message has to get the attention from the people. Has to get the attention from the people. After the attention, you want to capture the interest. So think about your YouTube experience, right? There is a video. Oh, you're flicking through and someone may catch your attention. You start to play, you start to click on play. This person now is not anymore visual stuff. He's going to get your interest. Oh, actually say something interesting stuff. And then at the end of the video, say, oh, click here to go to my website and download, or click here to become my follower, so forth, so on. So it has to push you to desire, to want you to interact with him. And then ultimately you are the action. Ultimately you are the action. And the storytelling exercise that we did last week, it's kind of go through the AIDA model. So you want, through the message, you get the attention first. After the attention, you want to get the interest, the desire. Oh my God, I really like that product. I really want that product now. Then the last step is the action. Let me buy it. The most important thing, guy, when you develop your message is, are you clear on positioning? What your message is going to tell the potential customers about your product, your service, and your brand. What makes your product so special? What benefit are you offering? What, I'm just reading out the slide. What do you consider the most important benefit to be? And then I'll ask the second bullet point at the end, because with this, we can just have like 3 sessions, 3 lessons just for this. People, human beings, buy by, there are 9 motivators. Make money. You buy something because you want to make money. Save money. Save time and effort. Help families or your family. feel secured, impress others, gain pleasure, improve themselves, and belong to a group. So you guys got university because you want to improve yourself. You want to improve your knowledge to find a better job or a good job. So if I'm developing message for university, I'm not going to say you're going to save money or you're going to save time and effort. I'm going to say the knowledge that you're going to learn in this course is going to help you out to find a better job. And the better job goes with make money. Yeah. Impress others. Think about the beauty industry, the fashion industry, right? Use this cream and you're going to look 10 years younger. They just push on the lever to impress others. Help their family. Help your family. If you buy Volvo, we put at the first place security when we build our cars and show family in cars. So if I'm buying Volvo, I'm going to help my family with security. I'm going to travel safely because the car has been built as the first value security. Save money. You guys got bombarded by this stuff all the time. 10% off, 20 euros less, 50% off if you're buying today. Right? So in your communication message, you want to push some of these 9 factors. It depends what your industry is and what you're doing. And you can build a storytelling around this. And I'm going to show you an example of storytelling as we discussed last week. So it is a super important, guys, super important. This is just to develop your message. The message has to grab the attention, the interest, the desire, and finally the action. Because I said, if you enroll in my course, you're going to make money. You're going to trade on the financial industry, on the stock market, and I'm going to give you all the insights that no one else is going to give you. So you're going to make money. Are you familiar with Tony Robbins? No? If you, yes, give me a thumbs up. No? Okay, that's fine. Good. So when you develop your message, you want to go with all the kind of these bullet points. The benefit, the clear positioning, and then push on one of these 9 elements. Okay, we look at the value proposition here. The benefit, the feature, the experience, and then what the customer wants, needs, and their fears. And we discuss this stuff for Evernote, which is just an online drive. Now, you can use potentially the value proposition canvas as well to shape your message, right? This one was the completed one. And now you can use the blank one to shape your message, the benefit. What are the benefits if you're rolling with Uni-UPO? What experience you're going to have throughout your study, for instance. The features, right? What we got here that other people don't have. Maybe the online teaching is very smooth compared to other universities. I don't know, I just make things up. Right? And all this message has to be like to touch your emotion or your rationale or to counterattack your fears. Right? Money back guarantee. So maybe I buy this product, it doesn't suit me. I don't want to spend this money, although they capture my attention and I really like what they said. Don't worry. Money back guarantee. Immediately, the message is going to settle all your fears. So, oh, anyway, if I buy it and I don't like it, I got the money back guarantee. you buy on Amazon, you return. It's very quick. They're never going to argue with you why you want to return. Or no, you can't return. They just give you the money back. Guys, I need your thumbs up. Are you with me on all this? Yes? Whew. Fantastic. I just want to show you something. We'll get back to this. Can you just let me know? I'm probably not going to hear me. I just want to show you this video. Have you seen this video with Eva Longoria in Italy? I don't know if it's just in UK or in, no, I believe in Italy as well. So let me show you this video. Let me put the volume on, the microphone.
Hi guys, notice anything? Oh, look at these grays. For a second I thought, okay Grace, I'm ready to see you, but I'm not. I am not ready for this much gray.
Excellence Creme by L'Oreal Paris.
I don't think there's ever going to be a better before and after.
3 caring steps for up to 100% gray coverage and rich, radiant color.
Boom! Is what I'm talking about. Self-care is self-worth, because now more than ever, we're all worth it.
Try on your shade at l'orealparis.co.uk.
Did you hear the message? Did you hear the volume? Give me thumbs up, the sound. Cool. Now, this is a 30 seconds video, 30 seconds video. But let's have a look at the storytelling, right? So first of all, they put a very well-known person, Eva Longoria. Hey, remember the storytelling, the character, Eva Longoria, the Cinderella, Cappuccetto Rosso, she's there. She got a problem, right? The conflict, as we're saying in storytelling, the gray hair, right? She's smiling, say, oh, I got this gray hair. This is my conflict. And I am Cappuccetto Rosso. I am one of the characters that needs help. What's going to happen? 1 second. She show more closer. Look, she got closer just to show the problem. Where is it? Just to capture your interest. Look, I really got a problem. And then, where is it? The superhero. The superhero is the product, is L'Oreal with the excellence cream. There we go. We are your superhero. Look at her face. Woohoo, super happy. Now, still the hero, she showed a little bit what's happening. Look, how she resolving the problem. 1, 2, 3. Very 3 simple steps. Save time. One of the elements that we saw before is simple, saving time. And guess what she says here? Before and after. Before and after. Boom. This is the resolution to my storytelling. Now, she looks around. She looks very beautiful. Boom. The hero, the superhero, the other characters. Now, she filmed as he was doing from her mobile, right? A kind of selfie video, just to make sure to capture attention to look like everybody else. She's not Eva Longoria. She's just like any other woman filming herself with a video on her mobile phone. And again, you know, before and after. Does it make sense? Give me thumbs up. Good. Have you seen? Fantastic. So storytelling is not something that is going to last 3 hours. This video was 30 seconds. The video was 30 seconds. Right? Excuse me. When we go to step 4 now, okay? selecting the digital communication mix. What do you think it is? Which channel we're going to use to communicate our message? Which channel is going to be the most effective for me to communicate our message? And the most important things that you will hear across all the marketing books you're going to write, you're going to buy, integrated marketing communication, integrated marketing communication, integrated marketing communication. So you don't want to say on Facebook something and on Google something else. The message has to be unified. Or if I go with the 4C, coherence has to be consistent. Of course, you can sometimes have different message on social media on Google, but as long as it's consistent. Continuity. The communication has to be connected through the time. You can't just do something today, disappear for 3 months and coming back. And then everything has to be complementary, integrated to each other. Can you imagine you launch a new car, assuming you work for a car manufacturer. So on the social media, you're going to have a campaign saying we got a new car, and then your display campaign, you have a different message. So you don't capitalize on the kind of integrated marketing communication. You're going to lose consistency and coherence. Maybe Volvo in some element, in some campaigns, they push the safety. In other campaign, at the same time, they use a different message. So the user is going to say, okay, but Volvo, shall I choose because she's safe or because she's going to be 30 pounds off, I don't know, 30% down on their cars. So hence why when you do your communication campaign, you want to be consistent across all the digital message and with the channel. Can I show you this stuff in a second? Because this is an important one, but what I would like to do, I'm just going to open the breakout rooms. There's not a particular exercise. I just wanted to jump at the breakout rooms and discuss what we did so far, just broadly discussing what we covered so far. Okay, and then I'll jump in the different breakout rooms and we'll discuss quickly together. Give me 1 second. So guys, I open the breakout room. You're going to be capable to join them. If you struggle, stay there and I'll let you join at the end. Can you join the breakout rooms? I know, not open yet. Now you're supposed to join it.
Professore?
Dimmi.
Scusi, io sono sola oggi come al solito, il mercoledì, non ci sono le mie compagne.
Non ti preoccupare. Che room sei?
Sono la 3.
Ce la fai a fare il join o ti metto io?
Entro in una qualsiasi?
No, ti metto...
Ah, ok.
Ti metto, non lo so. Aspetta un attimo che vediamo.
Okay.
Ti metto nella 5, Linda.
Ok, grazie mille.
Martina, ce la fai a entrare?
No, non riesco a entrare nella 7.
Nella 7, aspetta un attimo, perfetto. Dovresti farcela adesso, Martina.
Anche io sono nella 7.
Veronica, no?
Sì, esatto, grazie.
7. Matteo, tu sei nella 1?
Sì, però non mi è comparso...
Prova adesso. Beatrice?
Io nella 6 dovrei essere.
Erika?
Io nella 10.
Gianfranco, tu in che room sei?
Anche io nella 10, prof.
Perfetto, ci siamo tutti.
Quindi funziona.
Ragazzi, purtroppo non ho avuto tempo di girare tutte le breakout rooms. Qualsiasi domanda mettetela pure nella chat. Così la vediamo. So now, you don't see my screen, right? Let me reshare my screen. Okay, now I'm going to show you the conversion funnel, which is an important thing. If you heard of the conversion funnel, if you are familiar with the conversion funnel, could you give me a thumbs up? If you heard or familiar with the conversion funnel, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay. So the conversion funnel, what's going to happen? We saw a few classes ago, when you're going to buy something, you start with a need. Okay, I need a new car. The first things that you're going to say, you're not going to buy a car straight away. The first things that you're going to say, you're going to start to search for information. So a person that's searching for information, it's the individual. The company at this moment, when people search for information, they're having kind of awareness messages, awareness campaign, just to tell, hey, we are here. When then you search for information, you normally come up with 2 or 3 cars, or 2 or 3 models, 2 or 3 brands, basically. So you are on the consideration stage. In your buying process, individual in your buying process, then you go into the consideration. Okay, I like that one, I like the other one. Which one to buy? So now you're going to start to see more precise information. How much is going to consume? How much are going to pay on insurance? And that kind of things. So the message, at this moment, the company is going to show you a different message or using different channels to grab your attention, to grab your intention to buy. And then finally say, okay, I like this the new car, but actually this one is like the one I like the most, and you're going to buy. So the digital channels is not going to fit all this. Some digital channels are more appropriate to this kind of stages. Let's have a look. The media coverage, the PR, the TV ads, and that kind of thing, the radio, the display ads, the banner, the native ads, which are similar to the banner, but they look as was part of the website. I'll show you an example later. And the guest post are all the channels that tackle the awareness stage. They're very, very, very good to grab the attention at the awareness stage. After that, you got other channels that's going to be really good to capture your attention or the intention to buy at your consideration stage, like the paid social. The blog post, which is going to be really precise and providing information that you need in order to buy the product. The paid influencers, yeah, say, hey, you should buy this phone because it's much better than whatever you see at the moment. And then on the bottom, you got the retargeting. So you're being exposed by retargeting messages, right? I go on X or down the website, I don't buy anything. Then I go to Facebook and I saw the banner with the actual product I was searching 2 days ago, now on Facebook. So the retargeting is really good to give you the last push to conversion. The pay-per-click, it's a channel considered very good for conversion. Same thing with SEO and with email marketing. Yeah. So those channels are very good to each different stage of the conversion funnel. Now, guys, you got the performance to achieve and the budget you're going to spend. So what we need to consider is this: traffic scalability. What is traffic scalability? How many users we can reach. So as you can see, with the display ads, with the media coverage, we can reach high number of users. Whereby pay-per-click, it's a limited number of users that we can reach. Oh, we can be here, but we're gonna spend a fortune. We're gonna spend a fortune. So this is a skilled marketing person, digital marketing person, is gonna leverage all this channel to acquire the traffic. And then what we're missing here is the conversion and the budget, is the cost per acquisition. The cost per acquisition, which is nothing else of the media budget you're gonna spend divided your objective, divided your goals. So if I am Amazon, I'm spending 1 million, I'm gonna divide the 1 million with all the product I'm selling, with all the product I sold. So it's gonna be, my cost per acquisition is gonna be £10 on average. However, here is the average is £10, so I'm in the middle. However, here is not gonna be £10, it's maybe £50 in some of these channels. And on the pay-per-click, it could be like £5, £3 the cost per acquisition. So as a marketing manager, you want to scale up your traffic and you want to keep in mind how much you're going to pay per acquisition, right? Because you know that the display ad is not going to convert as good as pay-per-click. So the cost per acquisition is going to be higher. So some question they come up with is, so why waste our time with display banners? If they're not converting really well and our cost per acquisition is really high, why we need to spend money on this? And the answer is the following one. This is your funnel. If you don't spend money to generate awareness, your funnel is going to become smaller. So and then even this channel on the bottom, they're going to say less because there's no user put on the top. So this is my funnel, it's very well optimized. My marketing director is going to come around and say, let's stop this channel because we're wasting our money. The funnel is going to string. So pay-per-click, before he was having like hundreds conversion per week. But now that the funnel is smaller, pay-per-click is going to bring 20 conversion per week. Not anymore 100, 20. And the marketing channel can come to you and say, why now immediately we have 20? Last week we had 100. Well, because we stopped the activity that we're putting user into the funnel. Does it make sense? Give me a thumbs up. It doesn't. So if no one give me a thumbs up, it doesn't make sense. We got the second part of the class today. We're gonna have an exercise on this, so we're gonna discuss this stuff. Just 1 second. Yeah. So the conversion funnel, it is super important. It is super, super important. And a skilled marketing manager is the person that's going to drive huge traffic to the website with a good conversion and have a high return investment. So high return investment, it means really good cost per acquisition. They're all linked together. And you're just going to play with all these channels, fine-tuning them, optimizing, adjusting. You're going to spend all your day to adjust this stuff, to launch a new campaign. Now, we're going to work on this on the second part of the lesson. In terms of budgeting, right? It depends about the company. You can have 4 different types of budgeting. You got more, to be honest with you. So it's affordable budget methods. So it's, you take into account your cost and say, this is what we need for, and this is what we're expecting to have. The percentage of sales method. So we estimate to sell X amount of million. 5% is going to be destined to the marketing budget. the competitive parity method. So you see what your competitors doing, and then you do the same thing. Or if you could, you align with your competitors. You got objective task methods, called also bottom up. So you pretty much, you do the analysis of all your channels, and then of the balance of all the channels, how much you spend, you prepare a budget, and then that budget, you go into the board and say, I need this budget in order to create this revenue, these objectives. So it varies according to what philosophies the company has. There's not a fixed one. As long as you guys driving good return on investment, everybody's going to be happy. The cost per click and the cost per mile, I'm just going to quickly explain this because you cover with Doninelli. The cost per thousand, I just want to, or per mile, I just want to explain this. It's cost per click, so you pay per every click you're receiving, right? So is the media spend divided the clicks. I'm spending 10,000 euros. I got 2,500 clicks. My cost per click is going to be 4 euros. The cost per thousand is this. It's not popular anymore, but some channel, you can still use the cost per thousand somewhere. So how does it work? Is how much I'm going to spend for every 1,000 impression. So I'm going to Republica, say, hey, Republica has 1 million of pages shown to the public every day. When you go to Republica, for instance, in the past, say, okay, how much is the price that I need to pay you for every 1,000 pages load up, viewed? So for instance, it works like this. You're gonna buy 1 million impressions. So every time you load up a page and there is your ads in the page, it's an impression. You divide by 1,000 because you're gonna pay by 1,000, and you got 1,000 unit. So 1,000 unit multiplied by the CPM, which is 10 euro, the total price for your budget is going to be 10,000. So how much I'm going to pay for every 1,000 impression? Even certain campaign of Google, you can pay per impression. You can go to Google, say, every 1,000 times my banner has been showed, I want to pay you 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 2 pounds, 20 pounds, and so forth, so on. So Google is going to come back to you and say, Sal, your ads has been seen 1 million times. You divide by the impression, as we saw here, 10,000 unit, you multiply by your CPM, and you got your total budget. We're going to discuss this stuff on the second part. What we're going to do now, it's 10 minutes break. So guys, stretch your legs, have some water, all that kind of thing, and I'll see you back in 10. Ci vediamo tra 10 minuti. Right, are we back? Thumbs up. Cool. So I'm going to share with you those two documents. But before I share with you those two documents, I want to show you this. One of these documents is this one. We got all the marketing metrics and KPIs here with the explanation. What are they? And here we got some example reports. So we got the impressions, we got the clicks, we got the click-through rate. The click-through rate is nothing else than the clicks divided by the impressions. Then we got the budget, and we got the conversion rate. Conversion rate is the number of our conversion, 145, divided by the number of clicks. Okay. Then we got the revenue. Here, I got my cost per action, my cost per acquisition, the left element I show you on the conversion channel. So it's nothing else than the cost, my budget divided my conversion. The cost divided my conversion. Okay. And then I got the ABV. The ABV is how much revenue I generated divided by the conversion, the average basket value. And this is my return of investment. For every euro I spend on ads, on digital marketing, I got 2 euros profit. So I'm going to share with you this file. And here you got all the explanation and the formula, not just the explanation, but as well the formula you got here. And I'm going to open the breakout rooms. And I'm going to give you like 10 minutes just to familiarize with this, because then we're going to see something else. Let me copy and paste the, 1 second. Let me put on the chat. Okay. Could you please download the document I've just put on the chat, and give me thumbs up once it's done. Wicked. Okay. So I'm gonna what's time now? I'm gonna reopen the breakout rooms for about 15 minutes. So, and I'll come just for you to familiarize with the document I just shared with you. So there are not specific exercise, just familiarize with the document. Vittorio, in che room sei che me ne sono dimenticato? let me show you something else. Okay, so we're back in the main room. Now I'm going to show you this file, which is really important one. I'll share with you on the chat. Where is the file? And now, but before I'm sharing the chat, I want to show you this. Okay. So this is a real one. The number are different, but this is a real one. Okay. So how does it work? On the top, I got my overall budget. Okay. Here I got my average basket value. Which is... Sorry, che c'è?
Non stai presentando, forse.
Ecco, adesso grazie per
Figurati.
Okay, so this file is with you. So you got on the top, you got the overall budget, 100,000. Here you got the £50 average order value or average basket value is the same thing. You got your gross profit margin, which is 10%. Okay, see what's going on now. I'm just going to use pay-per-click. Okay, now pay-per-click. How is going to be my setup, creative marketing costs? 0. Fantastic. So sometimes if you do display campaign, you need to produce the banner. So there are some setup costs, creative cost. Now, your cost per click, your CPC is going to be 20 penny or 20 centimes. Oops. Then you got the total cost, the total media cost, how much you're going to spend on pay-per-click. And these media costs represent the 10% of your budget, right? Maybe the PPC goes really well. Say, okay, let me allocate 40%. Boom, as you can see, the budget change. Oh, PPC, we do really well. We need to allocate the 50% of our budget, 50,000. Okay. Now, so this is just to allocate the budget. And then you go impressions, right? I'm going to have this impression. What is going to be my click-through rate on pay-per-click? I just put by default 2%, but actually, let's leave 2%. We'll come back later. At 2%, I'm going to receive 150,000 visits to my sites, click to my sites. Okay? So these people, they're going to go to my site. What is going to be my conversion rate? 100%, which is just impossible. Not 100% of the people coming to your website, they're going to convert, right? But just for an example. So I'm going to have 150,000 number of opportunities, just conversion basically. And what is going to be my cost per click, my cost per opportunity, my cost per action, right? Is going to be 0.2%. Okay. Then these are the number of sales, the percentage of sales, the CPA, 0.2%. Let's go step by step. And then say, this is my revenue. You calculate your revenue because you're going to multiply the number of conversions, right, to the average basket value on the top. So that's how much money you're going to make. Here you got all the cost of goods. So you're going to make 7 million by all the costs up to 5 million. So the profit is going to be 2.2 million. And the return investment is going to be 42%. Now, see this. Let's go step by step. See this. My average basket value, as we said, it's not anymore $50, 50 pounds, but it's going to be 22. pounds, like Amazon. See what's going on? So this table is going to arrange itself, and as you can see, the PPC is not going anymore. It's not going to be anymore what was before the pay-per-click, but now it's going to be was higher or lower? I don't remember. Hang on a second. Was 42, and now it's going to be 41. So as you see, my profit was 2.2 million, and now it's not anymore 2.2 million. It's barely a million. Now I know that the click-through rate, it's not 2%, but it's 4% because I got all the historic data. I know that the conversion rate is not 100%, but it's 5%. And I know that the conversion to sale is not going to be 100%, but it's going to be, oh, we can leave 100%. It's going to be 50%. So see now, all the data is adjusting. And actually on PPC now, I'm losing money. I am losing money. So all these tables, I'm going to open the breakout rooms now, so you can play with this, and then I'm going to jump around. So this table here is going to help you out to manage your marketing channel by channel, and by changing the variables here. So the blue cell are the variable you can change. So for instance, say, oh, our conversion rate is 4%. We need something bigger. We're going to improve the conversion rate. Actually, sorry, the click-through rate. Let's change the message. So the message now we change, the conversion rate goes to the click-through rate goes to 7%. So the whole things will change. Sorry, I described this stuff in a very confusing way. But once you're going to play with this, you're going to see it's going to be very easy. So let me open the breakout rooms. Actually, before I open the breakout rooms, let me share this stuff on the chat. Cool. The link is on the chat. Could you please download this document? Let me know once it's done. I believe it's done, and I can open the breakout rooms. Allora, la versione che vi ho dato, che abbiamo appena visto, è la versione più completa. E vi faccio vedere come funziona, cioè come funziona. Quando avrete questa tabella qua con tutte le metriche, quindi click-through rate. Se il click-through rate è basso, vuol dire che il messaggio che state broadcastando, che state usando, non interagisce tanto con i clienti. Aspetta, ve lo dico in inglese se non mi confondo. So if the click-through rate is low, it means that the message is not catching the attention from the people. So as a marketeer, you're going to sit down and you're going to say, oh, actually, we need to change the message because the click-through rate, the people that are engaging with our message is low. You're going to change that and immediately you're going to have 4,200 clicks. So as you can see, you have improved your click-through rate. Then you go to the conversion rate and you're going to say, oh, actually, the conversion rate is 3%. As a marketeer, what we can do to improve the conversion rate. So you change the pages of the website, you change the layout and so forth, so on. So you're acquiring, rather than under 45 conversion, you acquire under 60 conversion. See what's happening to the conversion rate. It's growing to 4%. Right? The ABV now, it's lowering 625. So, but I'm going to have more revenue, 125,000. So you're going to put how much revenue more you're going to get, and then immediately your ABVs go up, your return on investment goes up, and your cost per conversion pretty much has lowered. So when you guys going to work on the file I gave you, those blue cells, quelle cellule blu, you need to finally adjust based on your performance, because you're going to say, oh, people do not interact with the message. Let's change the message. The click-through rate is improving. The conversion rate is not good. So maybe the conversion from this channel is not great. Let's use another channel. The return on investment, it needs to be improved. So we need to work on the cost per conversion. We need to use a different keyword to do the bidding. So it's not just changing one element, but it's an holistic approach on fine-tuning, as we said before, all these elements channel by channel. Ha senso? Yeah, thumbs up. Allora, un attimo solo.